Hey guys, what's going on? In today's ASMR Monster Super League review for Samsung. No wait, we're doing Sun Wukong today because I actually pulled one. I'm just kidding. Ha! So yeah, today we are going over Sun Wukong, one of the newer NAT5s, mainly because I pulled one, so it gets a little bit more priority than Samsung. But if it is requested, I'll go over Samsung as well. I don't care if you're getting triggered because I'm calling your Samsung, deal with it. So Monkey God here, I actually got the fire one, which is definitely the best one out of all of them. Just because. He's got 40% Predator on the 3-star skill, pretty dope. It can be used every single wear, but you're also going to be using his 5-star skill, and probably only really good in the Wood Titan, which unfortunately I don't usually go for. I may have to change the rules in my guild again to allow level 50s, specifically only me, to hit the wood. I'm just kidding. Stop freaking out. I'm not too sure. I kind of put that rule in place because wood was the easiest. Now with all these Pinolo teams running around, it might be actually water is the easiest. That's rambling. Right, he has Courageous Strike, so that's really good for Titans, obviously. He is also an attacker, so build-wise, I learned a while ago, Courageous Strike units do need attack, and they really do benefit from attack. So I would go with the general attacker build, or you could also go with the much easier to build attacker build. So the most damage is usually crit rate attack on the Ruin set. Most of the time I'm going to have an HP or defense in there as well, depending on your leader skill, depending on if you're taking a shielder with you. But if you're unsure, just go HP, it's typically better than 1 defense. Taking a look at his Evo 2 level 60 stats, we got 22k HP, 2700 attack, so pretty solid all around. Of course, a bit more attack because he is an attacker, but yeah, quite solid. The other build is just going attack HP on like either Valor, or you can also go Intuition, so he does still crit sometimes. But if you do give him a full crit gem, you do want to try and go Ruin, because he does only have 50% base crit damage, and so Ruin will bump him up to at least 90 if you don't have any other subs. Here's his variant form right here. It always goes to this weird red, purplish, violet color when you fire variants. Regardless, we are moving on to Water Sun Wukong now. Looks like a complete either self-sustainer or, yeah, complete self-sustainer. Attacks greatly restore own HP and attacks restore own HP. So it's basically like Fire Wild Fang except a Water NAT5. So can be very good for some things. He has a balance though, which is quite weird. I would say for most things you can go completely glass cannon on him, especially since he's a balanced and not an attacker. His stats definitely show that as well, 1900, 1800, 19k. So yeah, I would probably personally go full glass on him. You could probably get away with just triple attack with some maybe resist subs or HP or defense subs, just getting the survivability from substats, because he is going to self-sustain with both of his skills. It may not be enough if you want to bring him into Astromon League or something. He probably still can get one-shot by very powerful wood Astromons. But otherwise, for golems, I would say he will survive very well at Evo 2 level 60, maybe even Evo 2 level 50. I know Wild Fang can survive pretty well in B9 at Evo 2 level 50 if she's gymmed well enough. So yeah. Same story with him. The more damage you do, the more he'll heal. So of course, damage is extremely top priority for him. Checking out his variant form here. Yeah, waters never really change all that much, in my opinion. He just gets a new little color here on his little belt. Of course, all the colors change, but like, not by very much. Moving on to the Wood Monkey King now. He is a pure defense breaker with 70% 3-turn and 70% 2-turn. Okay, chance skills, I guess. Typically, I like to see 100% chance, but it is for an extra turn than usual, but, you know. And AoE Def Break usually isn't as high as 70%. It's usually 60 as far as averages go, but he has a NAT5, so the chances are kind of low for a NAT5. Regardless, Defense Down is always useful, so 70%. I would definitely rather have 100% at 2 turns than 70% for 3 turns, and we do already have 100% at 2 turns on some NAT3s, like Shelly and Wood Gatito. But okay, he is an attacker, which is, I don't really like to see on a pure debuffer, on attacker status. I like to see attacker on either self-sustainers depending on damage dealt, or ones with hunter skills, or some kind of damage modifier on the 3 or 5. But he doesn't have either of those. He's a pure debuffer and an attacker, so it's a little bit weird. Looking at 6-star Evo 2 stats, obviously attack is way higher than defense. HP is actually pretty good, pretty decent, I would say, for an attacker. I would build him probably balanced, actually, HP, attack, defense. So he'll have decent survivability while still doing respectable damage and getting those defense breaks off, even though I probably wouldn't raise a wood Sun Wukong at all, to be honest, unless you're pretty early on in the game and you need a good wood astromon, because he is solid. Just pretty much the other monkeys at this point are better in my opinion. He can be really good for a lot of things. Fire can be, well, fire isn't so good for early game, I guess. You need to build him really well. And then he'd be a beast on the wood titan and probably pretty much everywhere else. Like in Astromon League, his 3-star skill is very powerful, and you can opt not to do the 5-star skill and just sort of keep him as a fire nuker. Regardless, here's the Woods variant. Kind of goes a little bit more water-esque looking dude guy thing. Whatever. I'm really sorry, guys. Like the variant thing, the changes, I don't have much to comment on. I think someone told me a while ago I should maybe show that, and so I started doing that. I don't know. Like, maybe if there's one that goes really cool or whatever, but most of the time the change isn't huge. Be quiet. Moving on to the fabled legendary Light and Darks, starting off with Light as usual. Also a defense breaker, 80% for 2 turns. I don't know, 70% for 3 turns is actually probably a little bit better. Even so, 80% for 2 turns is still quite decent. Wow, and then we have an 80% shock AoE for a turn, which is pretty good. Definitely more of an Astromon League unit at this point because of his 5-star skill, but I'd say he can be used pretty much everywhere because of his somewhat high defense break chance. I still don't know why a light natural 5-star would have 80% for 2 turns instead of 100. I just don't get that when we have Shelly. So easy to farm, NAT3, 100% 2 turns. Either Shelly's really overpowered or this guy's 3-star is really underpowered. All around pretty solid skills, mainly for League, but again can be used everywhere. Checking out his Evo 2 level 60 stats, tank, which is good for a debuffer, 30k. Oh man, he'd be amazing on a defense team in Astromon League, I can imagine. Very high HP, good attack actually, and good defense. That's actually weird. Weren't we seeing those numbers on like the Evo 2 water attacker? Oh no, I probably forgot to go to 6-star. Yeah, he was at 5-star, so 6-star is obviously a lot better. So since I do think he would be quite amazing on a PvP defense team, I would build him very, very tanky, probably pure tank with an HP defense sort of setup there. Try and get some good resist subs because he will be targeted, like if you have one. I mean, the odds of any of you watching this polling one are, well, it might be somewhat high if this becomes a popular video, getting like 5k views or something, like eventually over the course of your entire game may pull one. But I don't know who I'm talking to. At this point, it's not really educational anymore because this affects maybe 0.01% of the player base. Even so, good unit, build him tanky. Is the variant cool? It's okay. I kind of like the white, the whiteness over the yellow. I kind of like the variant a little bit more. Moving on to the Dark. Looking at his skills, I do not like him already. Also, he's balanced, which isn't actually usually that good because that means it also balances recovery. Who likes that? Again, a debuffer, 80% thirst, can be useful in some things, I guess. 2 turns, 30% silence. Oh my god, who cares? If you were to pull a Dark Sun Wukong, I feel sorry for you because, I mean, he's usable. The Dark NAT5, but like, come on. I would probably just build him balanced, attack, HP, defense. He has that 100% natural crit damage, so you could just make him an attacker with his skills being sort of like a bonus or whatnot. Like, he could be useful in Astromon League, but definitely one of the most underwhelming Dark NAT5s ever. So you could go crit rate, attack, HP or something, because just take advantage of the 100% natural crit damage, I guess. Variant, nah, I think I like the normal one more. Variant, too many colors there now, I think, and they don't really mesh too well in my opinion. Yeah, but that's it for the Sun Wukongs. I got a lot of flack for doing like a rating system, like from best to worst last time I did this, but I'm gonna do it again because I'm pretty sure the Dark one is the worst out of them all. So I'm gonna have Dark at number 5. Gonna put Wood at number 4 just because the chances are way too low for a NAT5 in my opinion. Fire at number 3 because while he does have pretty good skills, they are kind of restricted to Titans. Light at number 2 because I think he would be an amazing beast on an Astromon League defense. Probably on attack as well, high chance of defense down, pretty good Astromon. And while it may seem kind of weird, I'm going to put the water one at number 1 because he can legit be used pretty much everywhere and he would perform amazingly well in a lot of the PvE content, so everything besides League. League he probably wouldn't be the best, but like in most other things he would be amazing, an amazing self-sustainer. He doesn't really bring much else to the table besides his own survivability, But in some harder content, especially if you're more early game trying to get into some higher golems, like B8 now is a fire, so he'd be amazing in B8 golem, and just pretty much solid all around. So I don't know, probably my ranking's a little bit wonky. I'd put, like if I was a little bit biased, I'd probably put fire at number 1 just because I like Titans a lot and I would probably use him there if I do prepare myself for the shit I will get since I banned wood from level 50 plus players. But I mean, come on, make an exception. I got a fire Sun Wukong here is gonna go to waste if I don't. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for this video. Do we have anything to open? This video seems a little bit short. Oh yes, we have 7 eggs here. Let's ready for some dings. Surprise dings. Wow. Ding, ding. My sound effects, because you know, my sound effects, they're the best sound effects. Ding! That was a new one. You guys hadn't heard that one before. I was saving that for this moment. I hope you're impressed. Shut up, Tyler. Wow. Ding. Ooh, a variant hunter. Nice. Ding, ding, ding. All right, we got this. Where did we even get this fire egg, actually? I don't think I buy them, so like... whatever, it's a mini cat. Oh damn, I almost forgot to mention, we now have a 4th guild because I guess 3 guilds weren't enough. It's called Mogati's Miho. It was supposed to be Miho's, but there wasn't enough space. This is for the most casual of our players. As far as I know, there are no level requirements, and you just have to do 18 battles a week minimum. So it's definitely a chill casual clan if you want to check that out. It's run by my boy Sporefist, or Talakai in the game. That's his IGN. So yeah, make sure to check it out, and then maybe you can one day, if you want to take the game a little bit more serious or want a slightly more hardcore feel to your guild or whatever, you can either go over to Little Scubbus, go over to the Scubbus 2, or go over to the main guild, which is the Scubbus. I know I'm very creative in making names. Don't judge me. But yeah, that'll have to do it for today. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite monkey is. Not the monkey keys, the Sun Wukong's. Very different, kind of. The Sun Wukong is the king of the monkeys. Have you pulled any? Maybe you pulled one during Hero Festival. It's really awesome, and I really hope they keep that failsafe for the summoning, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing now. Also, one last thing. I did pull some more Thors. I wanted to show you my Evo 3 Wood Thor. He's still level 50 for some reason, and he has really bad gyms at the moment. But there he is, Evo 3, pulled enough Thors. I think I have 1 extra, wanted to get that 300 Astro Gems. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Also make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those likes, they really boost my confidence and my search engine algorithm, maybe. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, or if they are just sort of superficial little numbers. But I mean, come on, man. It takes 1 little tap. No one will even know you liked it, probably. Just, you know, just ding. Just in the time you're listening to me ramble, you could have already done it, man. It'll be our little secret. Thanks, guys, as always, for watching, and until next time.